Hey guys, it's Lisa and today is Wednesday, and today I'm going to do a favorites video. I guess I could call it April favorites, but what I tried to do is, instead of just telling you the things that I use the most, I want to show you the things, some are old, some are new, some of the things that just thrilled me. Just those things that you just think, ooh, I love this. Okay, and I've been dying to wear this dress because the other day after my video, I wore the more tie-dye one, and you guys, I shopped till I dropped that day. I went just all kinds of places because on the weekends, I don't have to go get Will from school and I just have plenty of time. So everywhere I went, people complimented that dress, that good old Walmart dress, and that's what this is. So I will leave that video down below where I show my dresses. Okay, so let's start off with this. Do you guys remember when I showed you this makeup remover type cloth, and I told you the guy contacted me, one of his, I think it might be his sister or sister-in-law, I can't remember, follows me, and he sent this to me and as a makeup remover cloth. And when I first got it, I just thought, there's no way I'm going to use this to remove my makeup. But what I started using it for is, after I have washed my face, you know, when you usually just like reach for a towel or a washcloth or whatever, that's when this comes into play. And it is just like nothing you have ever used. So I wanted to show you what they look like when you get them new. I'll link them below. He sells them on Amazon. The company is based in California, Beau Blue Living, designed in California, made in Japan, ultra soft and highly absorbent. That is one thing. Cloud soft, all-in-one facial cloth. Uses: makeup eraser, facial washcloth, facial steam towel, facial cold towel, baby washcloth. That's how soft it is. See how there's two ply? There's, you know, they're sewn together. And they do look like baby diapers, and you can use them on a baby. But what makes these just like so unique to me is, one, how soft they are, two, how absorbent, and three, as soft as they are, they almost exfoliate. You know how there's always some type of residue underneath your eyes from your mascara? You can take this and it just removes everything. Another thing is, sometimes underneath my eyes will be kind of not really flaky, but because I use Obagi, Retin-A, you know, strong acids and stuff, sometimes I'll just have some skin that just needs to be exfoliated off. This gets that off. I mean, it's just everything to me. I love them. So I just wanted to tell you, I mean, every time I use them, I think how much I love them. And it seems like when they dry, it's almost like, say you got a little bit of mascara or something on it. When it dries, you'll look at it and you won't even see it. It's so weird. And when I only had two, or two or three, I can't remember, I was just rinsing them out with hot water and then just hanging them over my towel bar, and everything rinses out really quick. So it says not to dry, but I have found I like to dry these. If you just leave them and let them dry naturally, I feel like they're not quite as soft. Of course, don't use fabric softener of any type. But so thank you so much to them for sending those to me. I have thoroughly enjoyed them more than any other washcloth or anything I've ever gotten, muslin or anything like that. The next thing is these earrings. These like big old, these are the large knockout studs, and I cannot remember exactly what the clear, there's a moonstone and then there's this clear stone. And I particularly like them with these Miranda Fry Huggies that have like the little, just little pyramids or spike type look to them. And I love that combination. That is just something that has made me so happy. And my whole thought process behind getting these was, I love when someone just has on a big fat pair of diamond studs. But I'm not the type person that's just going to wear those every day. So I don't want to just put out the money, but you guys know in the past I've liked like the Kate Spade and the Betsy Johnson. I've always loved a big stud like this. So I ended up getting the medium. The small ones would be almost as small to go in your back hole, but these are the midi. So I wanted to show you these. I still think I like the big ones, but I know some of you wouldn't like how big they are and how they do. The weight of them does make them hang just a little bit, but that's just the nature of the earring. I've never worn really heavy earrings, so I'll show you. I really don't have, and they are locked and loaded. See, here's the back. It's really nice. And here's the back of the earring. So my ears aren't really damaged or anything. So this is probably how they would hang. I do have kind of like, I have my grandmother's, and probably, I think I have my dad and my grandmother's earlobes are a little bit fatter. So those have just made me so happy. And then along with this, Dean sent me this necklace. It's a new collection that he is doing that has your birthstone. So my birthday is September 1st and my birthstone is sapphire. And I love it. I love the chain and I love the stone. Will's birthstone is citrine. Brooke's is aquamarine. I think it's March. I think that's what it is. And those would look pretty too. He asked me when my birthday was, but I always have like sapphires too. But for Mother's Day, he's running a special. And if you spend, this isn't sponsored, I just am telling you, if you spend over $250, he sends you this nice jewelry travel case. When I first got my first travel case, I didn't, I guess I didn't travel as much, or I didn't think it would be any big deal, but I use them. I use my travel cases. So you have room for earrings, brooches, pins, anything. You could even put like medicine or something in there, but I thought that was really nice, and I thought you guys would like to know. His plaza ring, the castle ring. I love the signet ring. That has been one of my favorites too. So I wanted to tell you about these especially. Okay, these, I feel like I have just run this in the ground, but I can't mention things that thrill me without mentioning these sunglasses. And they're fabulous. I mean, there's not a negative thing you can say about these. I just love, it's not very often, I need to use my towel on these, not very often that I can get this type of look and get nose pieces like that. So these have been to Vegas with me and everything else. I just love them. I think they're so cool. And then the other day, I remembered these. These I think I got these at one of the reward style conventions that I went to, like in 2017 or 18. And I love these sunglasses. I've worn them every year. They're by Privé Revaux, and they're called the Coco. And I remembered them the other day, and these also give that same type look, almost like Celine. But what I love about them is look how they don't sit on my cheeks. So the other day, I went to send this link to a friend of mine that loves the same things that I do, and I noticed they were on sale. I hope they still are. They came out with a new model. I think it's like the Coco 2 or the new Coco, and I have those on the way to show you. But if you can get either one, especially these on sale, and I don't know, because I got them at that event, I don't know the true color of these, and I'm sure it doesn't say, limited edition, handcrafted, the Coco, but I love them, and they're very, very comfortable. And the good thing about these is this, like when you're running in and out of stores, or running in the grocery store, or even if you're traveling and you want to be able to put your hair back or put these on your head, that's what these are good for, because there is no nose pieces. My loopy case. This is something I love. I do like pop sockets, but not as much as the loopy case, because it's just so easy. Like when I'm getting stuff out of the car, or walking up to a store, it's just so easy to grab this at night when I'm watching videos or doing something. I will just hold it like that. Sometimes I'll even hold it like this so that my hands don't get tired. I just love it, and I've enjoyed this one. I think I want a new one for summer, but love it, love it. I totally recommend it. Okay, I'm gonna save my fragrance stuff for the end here. Okay, foundation. This is kind of like an all-encompassing favorite. I have tried so many foundations in the last couple of months because I wanted to try all of the new releases for us. And until I went back to my matte, full coverage, medium to full coverage foundations, I never could find my groove. As soon as I went back to my Estee Lauder Double Wear, my YSL All Hours, the Valentino, I just ordered the Charlotte Tilbury, her full coverage one. I never had the right shade in that, so I ordered 6 Neutral, had been out forever. And then the Clé de Peau that I showed you in my last video. Happiness, happiness, such happiness. I feel like I can't do the rest of my makeup and get the look that I want without starting with that good base. So I had someone ask, did I have any other foundations that I loved besides that Clé de Peau because it is so expensive. This one is probably expensive too, but I love this one too. This is another one of those that I got from Vegas when I went to the Sephora's and all the different counters. It's the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte, and the color is N280. I've got it on today. If I had to say, it is very, very, very close. It's lighter than the Clé de Peau, and it's very close in color and in texture and in coverage to the Estee Lauder Double Wear in Tawny. I wore that yesterday and just all day just thought, I love you, Tawny. It is just the best color, the best foundation, but this is also very good, and this has skincare benefits in it too. So if you like the Clé de Peau, I think you would like this. I need to mix the two of them. I bet that would be a good mix. Okay, blush. This one is just so pretty. I cannot believe I have waited this long to try this blush because I've tried many other colors from Charlotte Tilbury, but this is the Ecstasy. I have it on today. It is the most easy, brightening, flattering, cheek-filling blush. This is one that you don't have to think about it. You don't have to strategically place it anywhere. I've used so many different brushes. It just goes right on. You don't need a highlight because the highlight is somewhat built in. I'll hold it everywhere so you can see it. But like it's more of a peachy pink on the edge and then a pink on the center, and it has a little bit of glow to it. And this is what I have on. No highlight and a matte foundation, if that tells you anything. It is just beautiful. Like when I first put it on, I loved it. Then I wore it again and I loved it. And then I wore it again and I noticed all day how I felt like it rounded out my cheeks. Only certain blushes do that. I don't know what it is, if it's the color. It's probably just a combination of the color and the finish. If you like the Mario Peachy blush that I liked so much last year, Creamy Peach, you will love this. If you like Luminoso, you will love this. If you like the Buxom blushes, you will love this. I think everybody would love this. Okay, you pretty much know this, but when I used this morning, I felt like it was worth mentioning again, and that is the Refi Brow Set. I have it on today in the light. What I like about it is that it's just so good. The color is so good and it's so easy. To give me, someone who doesn't even have good brows and doesn't even like brow products and I don't enjoy doing my brows. I mean, look how it gives me like those kind of brows like makeup artists do. It's just fabulous. There's just something about the pomade. I do like the pencil, but most of the time I just use these two. And like this morning, I noticed that this very, very unique brush that I love, I feel like this brush in combination with see how it's on the other end of this? That combination, it's just a winning combination. The girl who did this knew what she was doing. But what I was gonna say is that brush was a little bit gunked up. So all I did was run it across my washcloth and got the stuff right off of it, and it worked good as new. But I really like that. Even if you're not a brow person, I think you would like that. Okay, now we've come to fragrances that I've been loving. I have gotten so many to try because I want to, not only for my channel and for you, just as a person, I got into fragrances really big before I ever started YouTube. And I remember back then there wasn't YouTube, so I would just read and read, like Makeup Alley, that website, and it must be Fragrantica. I don't know if that website was, I think it was around back then too, but there were several different websites I would read. And my favorite thing was to go to Ulta, of course, and that was back when Ulta had them on the wall. And I can remember they still had New West back then. And then I would go to TJ Maxx and Marshall's, and I loved that treasure hunt. And I just loved having all the different types of scents. And then I kind of got into the fragrance again there a little bit with YouTube, and then I kind of have skipped a couple of years. So now I feel like I want to get back into it, and I want to really kind of learn more than I ever have. I want to learn exactly what notes I like, what makes something do this, what makes that. So I've kind of been doing that. And I have been every day trying at least one new fragrance. And if it wears off by the end of the day, I've been trying another one. So I wanted to show you the ones that I love. It's kind of like a different mix here. This is one, I think, if you need a Mother's Day idea for yourself, for your mom, or your mother-in-law, I do not think there is a person on the planet that would not love this fragrance. This is a favorite of Brooke's. When she works at Ulta, she will just, they all try the different fragrances, and she's the one that told me to get it. It's the Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Garden Eau de Parfum. I bought the small. I'm going to get the regular size bottle because they're beautiful. I'll put a picture in here. Each one of them has a different color flower. I believe this one's pink. This is, oh my goodness, it has coconut in it. So it is like, if I had to compare it to something, I would compare it to Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, the Parfum, in that it is a coconutty, warm, I hate to even say beachy, because there is no sunscreen smell or saltiness, or I don't smell a lot of citruses. It's mostly, oh my goodness, you guys. It gives me butterflies. It gives me butterflies. Yesterday, I had been watching videos on how to spray perfume. And I will say each person says something different. So yesterday I sprayed it all over, and I smelled it all day. It just, but not in a bad way. I never got sick of it. It was just beautiful. It is just like, some scents you can say are sexy. It's sexy in a beautiful woman type way. It's, I believe, ageless. I think any age could wear this. It's just beautiful, beautiful. I feel so certain you would love this if you love coconut, if you love summer floral scents. It's just beautiful. Hopefully I will have put the notes right in here. Okay, this is something, speaking of beachy and suntan lotion, Bobbi Brown Beach. I love it. I love it. I love that it smells like suntan lotion. But if you want to try something that is not as suntan lotion-y or not as strong, or if you just want to try beach and you're just not sure you're going to like it, I have always loved the lotion. And it goes with any fragrance that I wear because it's just not very strong. It's not as strong as, and you know, the Bobbi Brown Beach, even the Parfum doesn't last very long. But this, it just, what does it make me think of? It makes me think of my grandmother, which is natural because we stayed with her at the beach so much when I was young. But it still has a, it might even be Noxzema. It doesn't smell like Noxzema, but it might be making me, it's almost got a skincare type vibe to it. I think that's what I'm trying to say, and I love that. So Bobbi Brown Beach, I hope they still sell this, but this is the hand and body lotion. And I just think even if you don't like the fragrance, you would like this. It's one of my favorite things for sure. Okay, and then I've already mentioned these, but I could not talk about things that thrilled me without mentioning these. This smells so much like the Burberry Her, which is another fragrance I think is so safe. I think this one, the Dolce, is a little safer as far as a gift, but I think the Burberry Her is just like, I think everyone who loves perfume would love Burberry Her. And I think this smells a lot like it. And I did try the one that has like an orangey red. I took that with me. I bought one and took it with me to, I believe that one might even be like Elastis something. It might be for cellulite or something. And I took it to Vegas and I left it there for, hopefully the cleaning girls got it. But I just didn't care for the scent. This is beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Even if you got them this little small one to put with a little gift, I think it would be great. And I really, really like it. Lasts all day. And then last but not least, a fragrance that is right up there with my, I would say, top, let's just to be safe say top 15 fragrances of all of my lifetime, and that is the J.Lo Miami Glow. And I ordered, this is a new one. I had one years ago. I don't know if I've ever shown it in a fragrance video on YouTube, maybe years back, but you know how I am. I'm a declutterer and I'm brutal. I really get upset with myself. And I've told my mom and I've told John, don't let me get that brutal again. And my mom even has told me before that I could bring stuff over to her house and just keep it there just because I want to get stuff out so much. But I ordered a new one off of Amazon. They still have it. It is like no other beach fragrance that you will try. I'm wearing it today and I ordered some of those cards so I can start spraying, but let me, oh my gosh. Okay. The first thing I think of is a man's aftershave. I think of my grandfather getting ready for church because I remember that. And my dad, same thing. You know, because my dad, no men around me really wore cologne every day. So I just think of that getting ready for church and that man smell. But then that goes away and then you get that warm coconut, a little bit of fruity, maybe some citrus. I'll try to put the notes up here, but I would not use the word pretty at all. Sexy, exciting. I think when J.Lo, when she mentioned or commented on this, that she loved New York, but Miami was her second favorite city, I think of, this is my favorite J.Lo. Jenny from the Block, when she first, I'm so glad her and Ben are back together. When her and Ben were dating the first time, and I can't remember the song it was, but I remember the video where Ben was in the video and they were out on the yacht. Is it I'm Real or something like that? That's what it reminds me of. It's that whole vibe. And when I went to Miami, that was the one thing I wanted to do, was go to a Cuban restaurant where you sit outside. And it reminds me of like on the weekends, they have almost like that street fair. And you see the guys with those Cuban type shirts and hats talking and everything. It's just like that whole vibe and I love it. So it's very summertime, Miami, sexy. I think of like music playing, happy. And the more I collect and smell and buy fragrances, the more I appreciate something that is so unique. So this is just, I love it, love it, love it. But those are the things that really just made me happy. And then I wore this dress because this dress makes me happy. The bad thing is, oh, and I wanted to show you these too. The bad thing is it's cold today. It has been so hot, like 80, and just fabulous. And then we've had a little cold snap. So John just left to play golf. His friend picked him up, and when I went outside, it was so cold. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear this, but these shoes, I showed them to you a few weeks ago. What a fabulous way to do this trend with the cork with a comfortable pair of heels. I wore these, matter of fact, I wore these last weekend with that other dress from Sofia Vergara and wore them all day, like hours and hours in, I mean, both Ultas, Sephora, Dillard's, Belk, like all over the place. And my feet were just the slightest bit sore, but not like, no blisters or anything like that. So let me try these on for you. Here, I'm gonna try a tricky move with my, tripod here. Hopefully you can see the shoes. See how pretty they are. And do size up half a size. And these are Gianni Beanie. They have a like padded foot sole. I just think they're so pretty, and I think they will go with so much stuff, even if you had on a pair of denim shorts or, you know, your capris, anything. I mean, what a versatile pair of shoes. And then just to show you the whole outfit. Love this. I'm so glad that you guys thought this looked okay on me. I know, you know, I'm not usually good with the whole peplum thing, but I wanted to keep this so bad. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here with me and experiencing life with me. I love it. And I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.